can do on Wednesday morning. However, there was an issue with the Haps app and my phone crashed. So whilst we were doing side by side, so I wanted to make these again because I did make them a little bit too big, and because of the issues that I had with the app. There's not a reason why not to download the app, because you do get free coins if you sign up. Go onto my link tree and click on follow me on Haps, or subscribe here if you're watching me through Haps. There has been a new update, which is brilliant. So as I say, my phone crashed and I wanted to make these again just because they are really nice. But the ones that I made weren't the best, so we're going to give them another shot. I've got the video which I have on my iPad, and we're going to follow it and we're going to make them. Okay, so it's that simple. As I say, if you've not got the Haps app, download it and you get free coins. You can give them to your favourite broadcaster. I'm live across multiple platforms, so I can share out on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Haps itself, obviously, and any other. You could add your Facebook business pages on there and Facebook profiles on there as well. So yeah, it's really, really good platform to come onto. Lots of big community, lots of nice people. You can, so much happening on here. On Saturday, if you follow me and you want to come watch my broadcast on Saturday, I'm going to be making a Yorkshire rhubarb and apple crumble. And that sounds enough in itself, but we're actually going to have it with custard as well. So we're not making fresh custard. I'll be making just a tin custard, which I'm going to go and get from a supermarket. So hello knowledge again. Yeah, I did come on just a moment ago, but as I say, I didn't have the recipe on my iPad. I deleted it when I was going through my through my photos and things. So that's what I'm doing on Saturday. I will be on at 12 o'clock, which is noon. So if whatever time it is now for you, if you're watching me live, it's currently nearly 7:30 in the morning. So I am 5 hours in front of Eastern time. So I will be on at 12 o'clock. This is tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, so whatever time it is, there's broadcasters throughout the day. It's not just myself. There are some time slots available. 1 moment. So there are some time slots available. I think Alexa said it was 8 p.m. 7, 8, and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that if you're watching Australia or New Zealand, that could be a good time for you. But it would be a very early morning broadcast for you, and that would be on the Sunday, not Saturday. So yeah, just get in touch with myself or Alexis, and yeah, if there's something you want to cook, it could be like, as long as it's a dessert, something sweet. Well, it can be anything basically if you want to do it. So let's make a start then. Let's do these pancakes. I'm going to use possibly a different pan, and this is hopefully how they're going to look. Okay, so we're going to follow this along. So the first thing you're going to need, let me just turn that down unless you like a bit of music. You're going to we're going to separate one egg. Now, depending on how big your eggs are, we're going to separate an egg into 2 different bowls. So let me bring you down, and hopefully you'll be able to see this. Okay, just grab my chopping board. I might need to charge my phone up as well. So let me just get 2 different bowls here. I would normally use a whisk. An electric whisk, but I think I'm going to do these by hand just because it's really, really early and I don't want to wake my neighbours, although they're probably awake anyway. Okay, so let me find an egg. We're going to do this in real time, everybody. So I'm going to use 2 eggs. Maybe that's why they didn't rise, actually. I'm just wondering. So you can either use just 1 egg. I'm going to use 2 eggs. Okay. It doesn't mean I'm going to double the mixture. It's just if you've got a large egg. But I might try it with just 1 egg, actually. We try it with 1 egg or just 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop these into I did it into the small bowl last time. So you're going to get a small bowl. And the egg yolk needs to go into the big bowl, and the egg whites, you're just going to separate these. because this is what's going to make the souffle. So make sure you get that egg yolk. Tell you what, it's a challenge doing it. Try not to get any egg yolk in the thing. Okay, so take your egg whites out. I'm going to do it with 2. So just crack the egg open. There's quite a lot of egg white there. It's something you see this on the TV all the time. You never think you're going to end up making these, but it's such a great recipe. Okay, so I'm putting 2 egg yolks in. Maybe that's also why it didn't work. I'm not sure, but we'll see. It's all about experimentation. Hello, Tinkerballs. Hello, Kelly. Lovely to see you. Wash my hands. Okay, so you can either use just 1 egg, depending on how big the egg is that you're doing it with. So I'm just going to play the rest of the video, and we're doing this in real time. Okay, you can add 2 tablespoons of plain flour to your egg yolk. So 2 tablespoons of plain flour. So that's the egg white, which we're going to whisk up in a moment. This is the egg yolk. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of plain flour. So that's 1. And that's 2. Okay. So how are we doing so far, everybody? If you're doing this along, you might be doing this yourself at home. Okay, let's do the next one. So we've added 2 tablespoons of plain flour. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of milk. So one tablespoon of milk, sorry. So again, just get that. Where's that? I'll get another spoon. I've got flour everywhere now. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of milk. Yeah. Keep the milk out for a cup. Okay, and let's play the video. And then we're going to hand whisk this. And I think last time as well, I didn't add the milk in, did I? Do you remember? Until late, so that could have been a reason why. So let's mix this up. So we've got. I'll just use a normal whisk. You'll see that, everybody. So we mix all that in. And we're going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Got my vanilla extract. Just adds a little bit of flavour. Now this also asks for lemon juice, but I'm not going to use lemon juice this time. Or lime juice. You could use vinegar. But I don't really want to use vinegar either. They smell. I love the smell of vanilla extract. So you want just half a teaspoon. There we go. That's enough. And we add that in. Hello from Washington. Thanks, Kelly. How's the weather there today? Is it nice and warm, or is it cold? Or okay, we've mixed that in. Okay, then what we're going to do then is we're going to get our egg whites. Okay, and you can add some lemon juice into that to stabilise the egg. I don't know if I've got any lemon juice or anything. Let me just check if I've got a lime. Don't think I have though. Okay, this might sound a little bit weird, but I thought like I may have added a bit too much juice in last time. You know, lime juice, which it didn't ask for. It asked for lemon juice. we're going to try a bit of orange juice, just a tiny bit though, just to give it, I don't know if it's the acidity that works with the egg, but we're going to try it. So just, let's see if this works. Right, where's my knife gone? Here we go. So we're not going to use a lot of, so I'm just going to use a little bit of orange juice, but just a tiny bit. Not even just for a little bit of sweetness. Okay, now you could use a hand blender, but I'm not going to use a hand blender because it is too early in the morning. So this might just take a while. This whisk. Just get this out of the other thing. Get rid of it all. Give that a wash. In a second, everybody. I'm going to have to plug my phone into charge. So 1 second, folks. I don't want to move it too much in case the signal goes off. Oh, is that still good, guys? Okay, so we're just going to get a whisk and just whisk up your egg whites. Might just take a while, and I'm doing it by hand this time rather than using the machine. So I can try and read the comments. Beautiful, sunny and warm, says Kelly. At this time of the morning. Oh, which Washington are you? Are you in Washington State or are you actually in Washington DC? You must be in Washington State. Is it early evening there? We're making souffle pancakes. I don't know, I should have used the hand blender really, shouldn't I? Also as well, I put the egg whites into this smaller glass bowl. So if you do it the opposite way around, put the egg whites into a bigger bowl, you might get better souffle. Just a little tip there. Oh, okay. Oh, definitely get some hand action in this. Get whisking it. You want to do this until a stiff peaks form. I think I've turned my heating off. 1 second. Getting really warm because I put the heating on. It was really cold earlier. So just whisk this up. I always sing that Devo Whip It song. Oh yeah, I do have. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. I can't remember how it goes now though. Whip it, just whip it, whip it, whip it. There's another song called Whip It. I think it could be the right one. I might get the hand blender out here. A break. 1 second. Yeah, if you're using a hand mixer, you just start with medium. But I did it last time by hand. And then we're also going to add 1.5 tablespoons of sugar when the egg is foamy. So you can actually start to add, let's add some sugar in. So what is it? 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. So that's 1.5. Okay, keep whisking. You'd be using a hand blender. Thing is that it makes quite a lot of noise, and with it being still quite early. I think that's probably Alexis didn't use her hand blender because it was too early in the morning, didn't want to wake people up. We're getting there. How are we doing, guys? Yep. So don't forget, guys, to share out this broadcast if you really like it. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my broadcasts. And you can sponsor or you can send awards if you really, really, really like the broadcast. That's entirely your choice. Although what I'm doing, and I'll be honest with you all, guys, if I'm in a broadcast and I don't send any awards, I'm saving mine up just to get a good amount to be able to give to some of my favourite broadcasters. So don't feel like I'm not giving you anything. I'm just building them up. Okay, it's getting there. Look at this, guys. It's getting there. It takes a good few minutes, but I don't know. I think there's something about doing it by hand that gives it that extra personal touch. Even though I just bought a hand blender. Who's coming into the quiz later? We're doing a general knowledge quiz. I don't usually do cooking and quiz on the same day. I actually do, don't I? Mondays and Fridays. But usually I'm doing an evening broadcast. See how it's starting to form. But this was what I left it at last time. And you need to do it for longer. You're all loving me while doing this, aren't you? Let me just press the video. Oops. So she's added the sugar in. She's whisked it up again. Yeah, it needs to be a lot more firm than that. So I'm going to keep doing it. But it'll be worth it in the end, guys. What time's the quiz? It will be at 11:30 British summertime. So you're all welcome to join me for that. And I'm on quiz number 23. So you can always go back through my profile and watch all the other quizzes that I've been doing if you want to do. And we're doing a word search as well. I've not decided what the word search is just yet. Although saying that, my friend's actually doing I do dance sessions, and I've been doing them online with my friend Caroline, and she's actually she goes live on a Friday morning at 10 o'clock, so in about 2 hours time, and she's doing an extra one today, because she can have people come into her garden. It's getting there slowly, guys. I'm going to keep doing this for another minute or so. You have to be able to hold the ball upside down without it falling. I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, well, if I did that on Tuesday, that would have been the worst of my problems. But I know what you mean. Yeah, you're right there, Caroline. Hello, Christine. Good morning. Thank you so much, Christine, for sponsoring me. I didn't expect that at all. I was surprised and I thought, what's going on there? What's this come up? But thank you so much. We're doing this pancake soufflés that I did with Alexis on Tuesday. But what happened was there was a bug with the app. They released an update, and that was why my phone shut off. I think this is nearly done, everyone. I need to get a pan on, don't I? So it gets nice and hot. 1 second. Oops. Let me put my pan on so it gets nice and hot. Don't, well, I don't want it on too hot, just on low. I'm going to have to add a little bit of oil in my pan because this pan sticks. It's not a non-stick pan anymore. It used to be. I can use a brush. It's like this, guys. Put some oil in. Get that hot. That's the only problem with this recipe. It actually uses. You don't have to use oil. Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. It'll always go towards some food, or it'll go towards a coffee or something. I will continue doing cooking scopes, by the way. This is why I said to people the other day, I said, about sponsor, it's okay to sponsor, and I'm really grateful of it. But it commits you, doesn't it, to the app, which is great, which is fine, and that's something I will continue doing anyway. So even if it's on a different day, when we get out of lockdown properly and we can start to move forward with future plans, because we're not all going to be doing the same thing. I think it'd be nice to do. Cooking's a thing you can just do anyway, can't you? Anytime when you feel like it, because we've all got to eat. This is nearly done, guys. But next step, then let's see what we need to do next. Yeah, that's much better than before. Look at that. Okay, now we're going to put a third of this egg white into our mixture. So let me just grab a... See that? So we're going to add a third of this into our mixture, which we made earlier. We're using the egg yolks. Yeah, they definitely didn't turn out looking like this last time. Put that to one side. Oh, it's much better. It's much, much better. Okay, and then what we're going to do next, we're going to get the whisk and we're going to put this in. So get the whisk, and you can actually mix this into the mixture. So don't worry about deflating it too much. I guess it's like to make a paste. Whenever you make hot chocolate, you take the cocoa powder, you add some milk, and then you create like a paste. It will combine it in a circular motion. Okay. And then the next step, we're going to add the rest of the meringue. And this is where you've got to be really, really careful. You're just going to add all this in. How are we doing, guys? Oh, thanks, Christine. Thank you. Sorry, I missed your comment there. We're going to start to fold this in. Hopefully this will turn out better than the ones last time. I'll actually get all that out. Don't waste any. Could be the difference between those extra large ones and the small ones that you make. Okay, so we're just going to start to fold this in. Just slowly. This will take practice. Treat it as if it's like a delicate plant or something. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's a little bit larger than they were before. maybe they've deflated a bit now again, but that's why this takes practice. And then the batter can hold its shape after mixing, kind of. We're going to preheat the pan for about a minute, which we've done. Added the oil, put it on a low heat. I'll lift you up in a second. And we're going to take an ice cream scoop. Like I said earlier, where did I put it? I might use 2 of these. Pop these into the pan. I'm going to have to... Don't make them too big. That's the thing I did last time. See how that's stuck? And then we're going to add 2. 1 second, go back just slightly. 2 tablespoons of cold water. 1. Try not to let it touch. And we're going to put on the lid. A little bit on the top. And this is what's going to make them fluffy. Soufflé ones, you need to put them on the top. I put the lid over. I've lost my lid now. No. And put the lid over it. Okay, so you're actually going to be able to watch them. So that is it. I am Emma. Yes, hello, lovely to see you. So last time when we made them on Tuesday with Alexis, they didn't turn out very well because the connection went off. So yeah, you want to make them quite small but large. You know, going upwards. Add your 2 tablespoons of water. You could fill them up even more. Make them quite big, and then we do that afterwards. Yeah. So you put the lid on. We're going to leave it for 2 minutes. Then we'll take the lid off, and then we're going to add some more on the top. Okay, and then we'll add an extra tablespoon of water. And it prevents them from spreading out too much. This is on a low heat, by the way, I should say. Hopefully they'll turn out nice. Yeah. Then they cook for another 5 minutes. So can you all see that, everybody? So an extra minute, extra 30 seconds, and we'll put some more on the top. Because last time they weren't the best. Well, they tasted nice, but they just burnt because I was busy doing other things, trying to sort out my phone. I'm still doing the quiz, Emma. If you're coming in for the quiz soon, that's going to be in 3 hours' time, 3.5 hours' time. Really, really early to do these again today. Okay, let's take the lid off. That's 2 minutes. Take that off. Oh yeah, they look better. So I'm just going to take another scoop. Just put it on the top, like so. That's what use it all up. So an extra tablespoon of water, and then we're going to put the lid on, and then this needs to go on for 5 minutes. These are going to be huge. I'm just watching on the video what she's doing, and then after 5 minutes we're going to flip them, and they should be strong on the bottom. Let me just check that. Yeah, after 5 minutes, flip, and then we're going to flip them again for another 5 minutes. But I think it's better to have your pan on a lower heat, because then you know you're not going to burn them, and second of all, you can have them on in the pan longer, because if they're burnt, you can't then put them back in the pan once you've burned them. But they look better than they did earlier. They're rising up now as well. Did they do that before? So has anybody any questions at all with these? Just trying to think of a... So about another 2 more minutes, 2.5 minutes. I could use my pancake flipper. I actually have a pancake flipper. Oops. Oh, I was going to use these last. I said I was going to use these, didn't I? I could have used these, the rings, next time. Next time I'll... But you buy a pancake flipper and then you don't use it. I'm going to use the fish slice instead. Don't know why they call it a fish slice. I mean, I don't slice it up. But they smell nice. Okay, so what's everybody else up to today? What's everybody's plans? I've got to go to the supermarket. I need to get stuff for tomorrow. Doing the quiz as well, doing my friend's dance class. It's all happening. I'm going to give it another minute because it's on a lower heat, you see. So that's the thing as well. If you have it on a high heat, you might think that they're cooked fully, but they're rising up really well. Where's the pancake? They're in the pan, JB. Hi Dave, how you doing, my friend? We're doing soufflé pancakes. We're ready to turn them, so fingers crossed. Wish me luck. They're going to be okay. It says 5 minutes. I think that's been long enough. Once you start moving them, they start to deflate. That's why you've got to leave them in the pan for... I think doing them... Do you remember the first recipe that I made with Alexis doing the soufflé? We did just the eggs. That's the first step, is learn how to do soufflé and just a normal egg, and then you can start to adapt the recipe and use the same technique to make other things. Okay, let's take off the lid. This is where it all goes wrong. Fingers crossed. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay. Oh yeah, oh my god. Oh, just got to be so careful with it. Don't break it. I like using that. Shall we use the big one? Actually, that's not going to work either. Let's try that again. That's why you have a handle, Aidan. That's why you use a handle. Not bad. Better than before. That's not bad, actually. That's better than they were before. That's a good idea, Molly. Good morning. How are you today? So that's how they're supposed to look. And mine are looking a little bit different, but they're on a lower heat, so I know I can turn the heat up if I wanted to, or just leave them in the pan a bit longer. But they're a lot better than they were on Tuesday, trust me. They were. I'll show you what mine looked like on Tuesday. Are you ready? These are my last ones. That's how they turned out on Tuesday. So they were all broken, they were too flat. At least these have risen. I just need to give them longer in the pan. And then you can have these with like fruit on the side. I put some orange. I had orange juice with the egg, so I don't know how that's going to taste. But yeah, they look good. They look better than they did on Tuesday anyway. Let me start to just tidy up a bit while they're cooking. I'm going to turn the pan up as well, just a little bit. Just so then I know. Oh, did I have to add some? I'd put the water in, didn't I? Did I put the extra water in? 1 second. Were you paying attention, everybody? We're going to have these with a little bit of margarine on the top. And they look good. They look good. They tasted really nice. They were very light, but they had a bit of sweetness to them from the sugar. But if you've never made these before, give them a try. Just watching the video. Yeah, I'll just cook it for an extra 5 minutes. And we're going to take the lid off, turn off the heat and let them sit in the pan for a minute. They look a lot better than they did on Tuesday. And you can put a bit of, this is the last part. Put a bit of, what's it called, icing sugar on the top. We're going to add a little bit of butter on the top. Fruit butter and, yeah, oh my god, they smell amazing. I'm not going to take the lid off yet. Oh, I could have them with jam. But they're not the sort of pancakes where you would cut into them. Well, you would cut into them and then eat them, but you wouldn't cut into them, otherwise they just deflate. I don't want to take the lid off just yet. We'll see anyway. Let's have a look. See how they. Gonna get some butter ready. Oh, they've got vanilla extract in as well. You could maybe have jam on the top. Yeah, I suppose you could eat them on the top with. I think these are slightly burning now, so I'm going to turn the heat off. Lift the lid. Oh, they smell nice. Let me just get my flipper. Oh, yes. I'm going to turn that over again, actually. Do the bottom one a little bit longer. What do you think, everybody? See how that was? I'd left it a bit. These are perfect. So now they're in the pan. They just need to stay in the pan for another minute. These are perfect, everybody. Then if you don't want them too brown, they don't have to be too brown. Let's pop these on the plate. I think that's the best one. So it takes a bit of time. You can have them with a. Let's put a bit of butter on the top to melt in, or margarine. So I'm just going to put a little bit of butter on. They remind me of English muffins. Maybe that's a bit too much. Yeah, because we have butter with them. So do you remember when we said about muffins and we were making muffins and we're doing the crumpets and you said they remind you of called it. These are what I like English muffins, but they're just made a little bit different, like pancakes. So there we go, everybody. You can have them with fruit on the side. Should we? Let's chop into them. Let's chop into this. Are you ready? You know, I'm not a chef by any means, but I know I can cook. Would you like one, Emma? Right, let me lift the camera up. Hello, everybody. Lovely to see you. So here we go. They actually look amazing. They're so light. Oh my gosh, that tastes 10 times better than on Tuesday. That is so nice. That is really, really nice. Yeah, these are the pancakes that I actually buy from the supermarket. These are the ones that I actually was meaning, because they have a bit of sweetness to them. These are absolutely delicious. Although these are made with eggs. I can taste the egg whites. These are really nice. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That was just amazing. Right, I'm gonna have to leave you with the image, aren't I? Let me bring the camera down. Try not to burn my wire. 1 minute. Absolutely gorgeous, everybody. So go and make some. They're absolutely delicious. Right, I'm going to head off, guys. I shall see you back on here on the quiz. So that will be in 3.5 hours' time, 11:30. They're so nice. See you later, folks. Take care. Thanks for watching.